We actually were connected with the mission as kids, just knowing the name and the title and what they did around growing up outside of the Rockford area. It wasn't until I was around, oh goodness, I would say about 25, that my mom actually started working here. And so then we were connected and really getting involved with what was going on here through my mom. She began working at a thrift store that was owned by the Rescue Mission. That was part of our retail outlet, or the retail division of the mission. And as youth pastors in the area, we began bringing youth groups to the retail, to the thrift store, and doing work days and different things like that for them volunteering. And so from there, the participation just kind of snowballed until ultimately I applied for a position here. Well, right now I'm in transition. I just a couple weeks old as Director of Development, which kind of looks at all of the fundraising and acquiring donors and relationship building and networking and all that type of stuff. But for the 4 years that I've been here, I've been the Director of the Men's Programs and Supportive Services. So I was the Director of the Men's Recovery Program, the Men's Crisis Program, and I also oversaw the Education Center, the Medical Clinic, different sub-services like that. Well, I'd say the heartbeat is kind of encapsulated in that mission that we have, in that we share hope and help in Christ's name to the lost and the hurting and the dying in the Rockford community. And you know, we say we share hope and help in Jesus' name to move people from homelessness and despair into personal and spiritual wholeness. And that's really what our target is to take that whole person, everything that they have, not just their addiction, not just their homelessness, not just their, you know, whatever their roadblock is right now, but we look at that entire person, their heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, everything that they are, and we find ways, we proactively look for ways that we can move them into wholeness. Well, I think really the Lord is using our mission as a light, number one, into a very dark area. It's always been said that we kind of sit at that precipice where hell meets heaven, and we're kind of the guardians. And so we really feel that the Lord has placed us here to stop those that are engaged in the destructive lifestyles that are leading them to hell. And we're kind of poised as those men and women on guard to do whatever we can to reach them before it's too late. So I would really say, you know, we're a light into the darkness, definitely. We're a voice, a calming voice, and to all too often minds that are hearing way too many voices. The world, the family, their influences of destruction, sometimes mental illness, whatever their addiction is. And so we're that calming voice, kind of reaching out and offering that hope and help. So the Lord's using us not only to rescue, as we put it, but also to restore and to make disciples. So discipleship to us is very systematic. There's a lot of programs out there that are very quick, that are really focused on sobriety, even in the Lord's name, even you know, setting up tools and different things that are really quickly established in the life of a person and then kind of released to be on their own. And we really come at it from a completely different point of view. Discipleship to us is kind of based on the model Christ had. We live with them, we work with them, we show them every day, not only modeling through our lives and the way we do everyday business, which kind of in every way possible show them how to be a godly man, how to be a godly woman, how to be a godly father, godly head of household, whatever that may be. But also they see us every day live out what we are trying to teach them. And so we do it over a long process. That process at times can take up to 2 years. At times it's an ongoing process through our aftercare program and even with our alumni. And so we really look at discipleship as every day learning. I'm still being made into a better disciple than I was yesterday. And we really work that model out in the lives of the men and women that come through our programs. Well, we offer everything from an emergency shelter. We are a place that anyone can come in at night, in the cold, in the heat. We are a warming shelter, a warming center, and a cooling center for the city of Rockford. Our emergency shelter functions 365, 24/7. We have rules and regulations just like any other organization to keep the place safe and clean and beneficial to all. But we're open to work with anybody that comes through the doors. We have a good relationship with the police and the different services being provided by other organizations around here to the same population. And so that shelter is a very, very vital resource for the community. We offer case management. We actually mandate case management in our shelters so that we know why you're here and we know what the plan is to get you back on your feet and back into wholeness. From there, we have a meal program that runs 365, 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For going on 50 years now, we've never missed a meal. Whether it was raining, pouring, no power inside, we've always made that meal possible and continue to do so. And that's for anybody that wants to come. It doesn't have to be somebody staying in our shelter or program. It's just anybody that needs a meal at any given time. But then really, one of our great focuses here is the recovery of a person's life. And so we have our life recovery programs. And those are when somebody comes in with a destructive lifestyle and been in it for a while, basically hit rock bottom. And what we ask them to do is check out a life for 9 to 12 months and come in and go through that disciple building process. And we use everything from curriculums that affect their behavior modifications like anger management, authentic manhood, authentic womanhood, to the core curriculum that we use, which is the Genesis process. And that really allows them to peel the onion back, to stop looking at the symptoms of the destruction and the hurt and the pain and the void that's in their life, and really get to the point of what they need to do. And ultimately that's that relationship with God and viewing themselves through His filter and through the vision that He has for them. Beyond that, we have an education center that works with every one of our recovery residents and those in case management in the crisis shelter. And what we do is we bring them in about 30 to 45 days after they enter the program. And we set up a custom curriculum for them. We have from the very remedial to the very advanced, and we cover everything. If they don't have a GED or a high school diploma yet, we instantly get them set up in a GED program, and we just got one today, another GED, a man in our program got one today. So we were very excited about that. And then we also, a few years ago, set up a vocational training program, which really allows us to offer marketable skills, even certified skills in the food industry, so that our residents, when they get done with their program, they all have a gap in their resume. No matter how good their resume might look previous to this year of being in a recovery program, they all have a gap. And so that allows us to fill that gap and move people hopefully right into an occupation as they leave the program and enter society again. So part of that vocational training program that we have is our Restoration Cafe. And we established it to be nothing more than that. It's a training facility. It's a restaurant that's open to the public. It focuses on barista, coffee, and sandwiches and soups. But the ones that are working there are the ones going through our program. And they're getting hands-on marketable skills in sanitation, food prep, custodial skills, barista skills. They're getting face-to-face customer service training and experience that's transferable to any field, really. And really, it's just an awesome opportunity for us to not only offer good food and good coffee to the community, but to expose our residents to real working experience and to give them that opportunity to have a foot forward, kind of an edge in a very competitive job market that Rockford has. And then we have our thrift stores, and all of our residents also help out at our thrift stores, but it's really just an opportunity for us we receive donations, we sell it for low cost, and We give the community an opportunity to spend $1 and change a life is really what it's all about. We have what's called the Hope Clinic, and that is an in-house medical clinic that has dental, chiropractic, and medical offices. And we have volunteer doctors, nurses, chiropractors that come in on a weekly basis, and we offer medical services to those that are in our recovery program and also to those that are staying in our shelter. We try to connect anyone that has chronic illnesses, anyone who has multiple medications, anyone that has an episode or for whatever reason needs to be sent to a ER or has ongoing follow-up with a hospital. We connect them with our medical clinic, and it provides services for those that are in our care, and we're very excited about that. Well, there's a lot of ways to get involved. Anything from volunteering in our food service department, serving meals, helping cook, sorting the pantry, all the way to working one-on-one with the men and women. We have mentor training that happens every quarter for those that are interested in getting involved directly with the men and women in our program. We have those that come in and teach classes that are credible members of our community that can come in and provide a specialized skill set or curriculum. And so they can volunteer in our stores, they can pray, and most of all they can donate, they can sacrifice in those ways. And so there's really sky's the limit to get involved with what we're doing here. I feel I couldn't go through life not doing something like what I'm doing now, and the mission has given me the opportunity to live out, number one, a lifelong dream, and that's be in full-time ministry. That was always my passion, always my goal in life, and but do it in a way that is not just lip service when we say it's life or death. We are really working with the lives of men and women here, and it's difficult as we work with hundreds and hundreds of men and women every year that come through our program and try to find jobs and try to find occupation and get back on their feet. It's extremely difficult to find a job that's not just the drudgery of every day, showing up, punching a time clock. And God's blessed me with the opportunity to jump out of bed and to be excited about what I'm doing every day because of what He's allowed me to do. And really to just be the physical evidence of what God is doing. And with the lives changed that we see here, that's what I get to do. And it's like a playground. For a minister who cares about people, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, because it's not just in words. You literally see the change in people from the moment they walk through the door until they leave. And really, they never leave. They never leave. They're always in our hearts, and they're always coming back to thank and to give back because of what God's done for them through the mission. We work with a staff here that is everything from the highly skilled, highly educated, very fundamentally focused on a particular skill set, to the ones that have come through our program and are passionately in love with Christ and want to get involved in the front lines, changing other people too, and duplicating what happened to them. I'm privileged to be able to work alongside men and women that do their job very well, and they do it for the glory of God. And that makes it exciting. It's part of that makes you want to just get up and come to work every day. From the finances to the department, the programs, to the retail side of it, every aspect of it is ministry. And I really feel that we have a full staff that 100% believe that and come to work as ministers, whether they're hanging clothes or whether they're sorting potatoes, or no matter what they're doing every day, they really view it as a ministry, and that's exciting to come to work every day and be a part of that kind of a team.